Okay, time now for our second Outstanding Bravery Award of the night. Now, when the team at a post office in Dunfermline came face to face with an armed robber, they weren't having it. As this remarkable piece of CCTV shows. Have a look at this.
Yes, indeed.
Have some of that.
Yes.
Wallop.
Yes.
Horns off the stamps.
This is like watching Grado wrestling, isn't it? There we are.
I think he's beginning to regret his actions,
Yes,
yes?
he is. See, you never mess with a fifer. That's what I always say.
So that was your raw footage. Now let's hear their take on what happened. Here you are.
Yes, indeed.
I started my shift about 1 o'clock. A young girl came in to do some banking for her mum. A gentleman was behind her, which I was aware somebody was there. The next minute, he was mumbling some words to me and had a gun in my face. At this point, the young girl decided to run out the shop, which I don't blame her. He decided to come round over the counter and decided to start shoving me about to try and get into my till, and of course, I wasn't going to let him get into the till. He threw me against the door. And then before I knew it, I shouted my boss again.
And all of a sudden, Cheryl called my name, and then she called it again. It was higher pitch. And then I said, something's wrong. I went out to open the door, and that's when I saw the guy with the gun. It just went so fast because Bob just jumped over the counter.
I jumped over, started hitting him. It was at that point that I seen it. Like, it was just like a big shiny silver thing. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is a lot more real than I thought it was.
Bob, he did certainly come to the rescue like some kind of superhero. It's like he'd been waiting for that moment his whole life.
And me and Bob managed to grab him back, but he had the balaclava on. And I knew I had to take the balaclava off him. This goes to court, I need to see his face. And then Usman came.
I heard my mum shouting my name, so I ran downstairs straight into the post office, grabbed him, and it was just all hands on deck. Pin him down, hit some panic alarms. At that time when I did grab him, the gun was made aware. Even though later on we found out it wasn't real, at the time we didn't know.
He kept trying to grab something like between his waist area, and it turns out that was a knife, but he never got to it.
Within 4 or 5 minutes max, the police had arrived with tasers in hand.
The incredible bravery that was shown by the staff members there that day is commendable. It could have had a completely different outcome that day. Thankfully it didn't. The person that was responsible for it has already been arrested and had been taken away.
We're all safe, we're all back to work as if nothing's ever happened. We all seem to be just quite strong and we all just stick together.
Here they are, the 4 newest members of the Marvel Universe. Please welcome Bob Bell, Cheryl Gourlay, Aisha Javid and Usman Javid. We should give them all gladiator names as well, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Write it down on a bit of paper. So let's start with you, Cheryl. So a guy comes at you with what I assume you think is a real gun, and you decide to not let him get to the till. What's your thinking there?
Step back, you're not getting in.
But like, it wasn't your way, and it was just cash in the till. I'm just wondering, like, you know, where did that come from, that level of courage?
I don't know, I just thought you are not getting in. This is my place to work. How
It's
dare
a
you?
Fife thing. I feel that, Cheryl, I feel that. Bob, mate.
Wow!
Olympic levels of fluidity vaulting that. Another 10 of them and you're in the Olympic team. Where did that come from? Got to ask you.
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't usually have the knees for that.
And we hear you just got married, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yes.
Oh, congratulations.
So there you go. So was she your fiancée when it happened?
Yes, she was, yes.
Okay, all right, so that wasn't the UK, but by the way, I just foiled it. That wasn't your opening gambit. You were already a fiancée, that's fine. So what did she, it's a word, Elaine, it's a word.
You're getting there, you're getting there.
What did she say to you when you got home and told her what happened?
I'd phoned her just after to tell her what had happened, but she didn't really understand the severity of it until she'd seen a video, and she messaged me and she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" So then she took me for McDonald's.
I mean, I'm amazed when you're talking. How did you stay so calm, both of you, and just actually go on with it? You know, you sound really calm, but someone's pointing a gun at you.
I was like,
Yeah.
you've had it today.
Again, it's Fife. What else can you say? And Usman, you didn't hang about either when you saw what was happening. So what did you think when you found out afterwards? I mean, that's the other thing. Not only did you think it was a gun, you find out it's not, and then you discover a knife.
Well, it was like, that's my ma, you're not getting her.
Yes, it's always about your ma. And what is wonderful about that, Aisha, is that, you know, to see you're the boss, but how does it feel that you've got a team like that are so united and that they all actually stood up for each other? You must be quite proud of that.
They're not only my staff, they're my family.
No.
So we stick together, you know.
And I have to say, the CCTV evidence is so clear. I think that this is a case that even the boys and girls from Scott Squad, I think they might have been able to solve it as well, unusually. And they are actually here tonight to present your award.
Yeah.
So please welcome the wonderful Manjit Samal, Chris Forbes, Karen Bartkus, Sally Reid, Louise McCarthy, Ashley Smith, and Grado.
This team here bring a whole new meaning to don't try this at home. No, he's a brilliant, he's absolutely fantastic. Isn't they superb, isn't they?
It has to be said, genuinely, for one person to show that level of bravery is something, but for four of you to show that level of courage and athleticism and presence of mind, because it is much easier for us to now arrest them if you take their balaclavas off, so thank you. Genuinely, it's a real honour and a privilege to stand in front of you. What an amazing team you are, and you must all be so proud of each other. I wish I had a hat. I would take it off.
Yes, indeed.
It's a real honour for all of us to be here to present to you these 4 awards for just an outstanding level of bravery and courage.
Yeah, right.
Big hands, big
Please
hands.
take the awards. Thanks, Louise. The wonderful Louise McCarthy. Here we are. Sally Reid. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you to all of the Scott Squad team. And let's give a huge cheer to Bob, Cheryl, Aisha, and Usman.